It's time to BAKU-BIRD up with this Bakugan Geogan Rising deck profile. That's right, I'm BAKU-BIRD96, and for today's video we will be doing a Falcron themed deck. I'm very excited about this one, so let's go ahead and bird up. Bird of the word, bird of the day, everything, let's go. Pretty slaughtered both of those sayings, but it is all good. Super excited, so let's keep the positivity rolling and get straight into it. So the only downside to this deck profile, and my only wish, is that I do get a Darkus Talan. Of course, as far as I know, Darkus Talan has not been released, but if it does, I will bring you an update to this deck profile, and we will feature the third Talan. But as for the Falcrons of the deck profile, we do have Ventus Falcron Ultra here, a blue magic shield, red fist, B power of 700 and 3 damage. Pyrus Falcron Ultra, 2 green fist, B power of 600, 3 damage, and if he lands on a green fist, he gets plus 600 B power. Very nice in a green fist deck, and it just so happens to synergize well with the Darkus Falcron coming up next. And here he is. He is double green fist as well, B power of 900, 1 damage. He has Shadow Strike, and if he lands on a green fist, he gets plus 4 damage. So very nice. You already see the way this deck profile is going to go. Definitely leading into the green fist route, but that is because we have a damage bird, and we have the B power bird, and along with those birds, we got the daddy bird. So definitely keeping it birding. All the birds, we got Falcrons through the roof. So there we go. Before we look at the actual cards and the Bakugan, we do the core lineup. The deck does have a few Baku gear cards in it, so we do have plus 500 B power and 1 energy off of Baku gear. For the Flaming Fist, we have the vanilla plus 250 B power and plus 3 damage. The Green Fist lineup is what you would imagine. We have plus 100 B power, and then Pyrus Ventus get plus 3 damage, 2 of those. And then finally we have 2 of the plus 100 B power, and then Darkus and Ventus get plus 3 damage. So a very nice, well-rounded core lineup in my opinion. The Falcrons all go together very well, so I was definitely excited to bring you this deck profile, obviously. But now we'll go ahead and we'll get into the figures. We have Darkus Falcron Ultra, or as I like to say, Darkus Burb. Yeah, just go ahead and make it double B's. Then we have the Ventus Burb. And Pyrus Burb. It is bird day, for sure. And the deck does have the Geogan, so we do have Ventus Talan. And we have Pyrus Talan. Like I said though, definitely if there's only one thing I could change about the deck, I definitely want a Darkus Talan, because then it would be 3 and 3. That would be very neat in my opinion. But wants aside, definitely want to get into the nitty gritty. Let's take a look at the deck I have designed for these birds. So first off, I like to have that reroll card. We have Energy Sphere. 1 energy for rapid fire, so the second rapid fire card you play this turn is free. That does come up because I do have 2 others, and then you reroll your Bakugan. So just a good reroll effect for 1 energy. We do have Eviscerator Strike, 1 energy for minus 300 B power, but if you play it on a Fusion Bakugan, you get minus 600 instead. 1 Fire Floor, which for 1 energy you just get plus 2 damage, and you get to scan as well. Let's see if I can't scoot the camera back here so we don't get so much glare. Bring it up. Okay, and we'll poke. There we go, that might help a little bit. Alright, next is 2 G-Force Drop, 1 energy for minus 300 B power, and you get to scan. Then we have Rack of Fury, 1 energy for plus 3 damage, and you get to scan. A lot of scanning going on with these birds. Then I have 2 Eldritch Darkest Doom, 2 energy for minus 700 B power. Baku gear card, Pyro Cannon, 2 energy for plus 100 B power and 2 damage. 2 Searing Strike, 2 energy for plus 400 B power. 1 Shadow Slicer, 2 energy for plus 400 B power, and you get to scan. Like I said, it's not a scan deck, but there definitely is a lot of scanning going on. Sonic Thrash, 2 energy for minus 600 B power, and you get to scan. The first Talon of the deck, here we go, 2 energy for B power of 1300 and 5 damage. Multi-Slash Armor, 3 energy for Baku gear with an armor rating of 1, 300 B power, and 1 damage otherwise. 2 Volatile Instincts, 3 energy for plus 6 damage, and if you energize this from your hand, you can pay 2 energy to draw a card. Next up is 1 I-Beam Blast, 4 energy for plus 7 damage and Shadow Strike, so your opponent won't be reducing this attack. 2 Monstrous Surge, just because you do have a lot of 2 energy cost cards in the deck. 4 energy for plus 800 B power, and then Sync. If you reveal a card in your hand that costs 2 energy, you get plus 4 damage as well. Here we go, the last Talon and the last Burb of the deck. Talon, 4 energy for B power of 1700, 2 damage, and if it lands on a Helix, it gets plus 8 damage. Sadly, you do not run any Helix in this deck profile, so you'll have to rely on your opponent having one or just going without it. Which 1700 B power for 4 isn't too awful. I would wing it and I would try it. Get it, wing it, it's a bird, yep. Then we have Baku Mortar, 5 energy for a Shadow Strike Baku gear with plus 300 B power and plus 6 damage to that Bakugan otherwise. Again, a very powerful card, and I do like that Shadow Strike. Moving on is one of the rapid fire cards for that energy sphere at the beginning. Darkus Pyrus Pulverizer, 5 energy for plus 5 damage, and then you return this to your hand. Rapid Fire, the second rapid fire card you play this turn, is free. So definitely some shenanigans that can go along with that one. After that is the last rapid fire card of the deck, which I have 2 of. Darkus Scion, 5 energy for plus 700 B power. And then Rapid Fire, the second rapid fire card you play, is free. After that, I have 2 Magmagon, 6 energy for plus 1200 B power. And a 1 of Torch Horns, 6 energy for plus 1000 B power and Double Strike. Very cool, like that Double Strike on that card. So the last 10 cards of the deck profile will be flip cards. They are very different, they don't do anything, they do stuff other than just block attacks. So we will go through them, but not as quick as normal. Fusion Confusion, 1 energy to block a Ventus or Fusion Bakugan. Pyrus Stopper Slam, 1 energy to block a Pyrus or Fusion Bakugan. Weapons of Darkus, 1 energy to block a Darkus or Fusion Bakugan. Then we have 2 Darkus Ventus Disarm, 2 energy to destroy a hero or Baku gear that costs 4 energy or less. 2 Fuel the Flames, 2 energy to energize the top card of your deck uncharged. And then Stoke, when you play this card, you may pay an additional 2 energy to gain the effect a second time. 1 of Repel, which is 3 energy to block non-Ventus Bakugan. A Boulder Block, 5 energy to block any attack. If you stoke a card this turn, it costs 3 less to play. And then Darkest Treasures, 5 energy. When this is flipped, scrounge, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a non-action card, you may reveal it to make this cost 3 less to play. Otherwise, it blocks any attack. So everyone, that will do it for this deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you click that like button down below and consider hitting that notification bell as well, because I definitely don't want you to miss any other deck profiles that might be uploaded. And, just a friendly reminder that 83% of you watching are not subscribed, so if you enjoy my content and you can't wait to see what else I upload, make sure you subscribe, because I am going to do daily Bakugan content, And I do have unboxings, channel giveaways, and all sorts of stuff coming, planned, and going on that I don't want anyone to miss. So definitely subscribe if you like anything and everything Bakugan related. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Bakugan Brawl.